morning, Resale Rabbit here, coming at you from my house in Nashville, Tennessee. Right now, as we speak, Steve Raiken with RaikenProfit.com is getting ready to host a meetup in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, about 650 miles northeast of here. We're gonna crash it. Before we get started, I have a couple of announcements to make. 1. I'm only gonna be in Nashville for a couple more weeks. I am heading west on October 2nd to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and from there, we'll see what happens. I stopped planning this a long time ago. 2nd, as of a couple of days ago, I've officially hit 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube. I just want to thank every last one of you. When I started this YouTube channel back in April, I would have been excited for 10 subscribers and a couple of views per video. This is just turning into something that I really enjoy doing. 3, this is probably the most important, so pay close attention here. The Packers beat the Bears! Now, I know this is a common thing. I mean, every time we're like, what, 6 straight wins in Chicago? It's not really new, but it's still exciting every time. So if you're a Bears fan, you can go. So without any further ado, let's go find Steve Raiken. Got my luggage, let's go. Got a shipment that I need to finish up first. We got 4 of these that didn't go out last week, so let's get them out right now. We're back. That box was huge and looked heavy, but it was only 12 pounds. Next stop, Lexington, Kentucky. Nice park job. Horse cave. So I got sick of driving, so I stopped in a small town called Bardstown, Kentucky, in the middle of nowhere. I'm at the yard sale shop. I'm actually like right up the road from a bourbon distillery, and that's all I can smell right now. So I kind of want to drink, but you know what? I have a long drive ahead of me. That's probably not the best idea. Let's see what we can find in the thrift shop. Didn't do too bad here. I spent $35. I got 6 of these. They're brand new. I'll pocket about $15 each or so. I paid $4 each. I negotiated them down a little bit. I paid $4 for that. I should also get about 15 bucks for it. I paid $2 for this. It's an adapter for a battery. There's nobody on the listing, so I have no clue what I'm going to ask for it. I'll have to do a little bit of research first. And I got this Wilton cake pan. It is brand new, but it's a little cruddy looking around the edges, so I'm going to sell it used. I'll pocket about 10 bucks for it. If I sold it as new, which obviously I can't, but if I did, it would be a $35 item. At the St. Vincent de Paul store now. Came out of this one empty-handed. Goodwill. Well, what is this? It's a George W. Bush toilet bowl cleaner. Another store with nothing. I did get a charger for a Game Boy Advance SP or the original DS. They're nice to have on hand. I paid $1 for it, so I grabbed that. We got one more thrift store in Bardstown, and then we're gonna make our way to Lexington. Well, so much for that idea. I'm a failure. Let's go to Lexington. Well, it looks like I need gas. $2.39? Are you insane? This is my kind of thrift store. This place was a mix of a pawn shop and a thrift store. It was all electronics, which was kind of awesome, but it was, you know, thrift store quality. A lot of the stuff was broken, a lot of it was dirty, and they were even selling the broken stuff at full retail. But let's dive into what I got. I spent $100. I should get about $275 here. A Game Boy. This thing is worth about 25 bucks. A dongle for a Wii guitar. Charger. This is a Craftsman charger. Always look these things up. It's like 50 bucks after fees. And 3 Game Boy Advance SPs. Goodwill. Always be checking these. There's a Game Boy Advance in here. It's only $4.50. Anything video game related is worth looking for. This game storage drawer is worth like 40 bucks. They only want 3 for it, but it's broken, unfortunately. So Goodwill took me into the back room to show me a few things that I might be interested in. It was more than a few. I got 152 sets of these generic Wii steering wheels, all brand new, with a UPC. I can get about $4 each for them after fees. And we negotiated a little bit, down to 50 cents each. But then when I realized that there are 152 sets, we needed to go a little lower. I got them all for $55 plus tax. I also got that Game Boy Advance SP I showed you for 5 bucks. The van is now full, and we haven't even got through Lexington yet. I don't know about you guys, but it's about 5 o'clock here in YouTube land, and I'm starting to get hungry. I know of a really good restaurant here in Lexington that I actually considered moving to Lexington just because of this restaurant, so let's go get some. Cheesy Mac in Lexington. It's a restaurant that is entirely mac and cheese. Four different types of cheese, chicken, breadcrumbs, the whole works. Let's give it a go. Amazing as always. Now we've got a Sloppy Joe mac and cheese here. This is unique and looks really good. It was awesome, but it was my second mac and cheese of the day in this restaurant. It was starting to get full. So I took it to go. I'm gonna get in the hotel room or maybe in the car. I really don't need to be hungry to eat this stuff. It's just that good. But until next time, the Cheesy Mac, I stop here every time I come to Lexington. Well, I would have liked to have thrifted a little bit more in Lexington, but it's already after 6 o'clock, so gotta start making our way east. I'm heading to Charleston, West Virginia now. I should be there in about 3 hours, so it'll be about 9 o'clock Eastern time. I will be in Charleston. I've got a hotel booked. I think I paid like 60 bucks for it. It was a little more expensive, but that's how small towns are. So I'll show you the hotel when we get there. I spent a little over $200 today in Kentucky, and I should be getting somewhere between $1,000 and $1,100 after fees on it all. So it's like $800–900 profit, which I would say is a successful day, especially considering I didn't go to many thrift stores. See you in West Virginia. I don't know which one's the men's room. I'm gonna take a guess. Well, I'm about 80% sure I picked the right one. So it leaves like 20% possibility that I'm now on a list. I can live with those odds. Not North Virginia. Not East Virginia. Not even South Virginia, West Virginia. Finally made it to Charleston, West Virginia. Very scenic, isn't it? You can't see a darn thing, it's so dark out. It is about 9 o'clock Eastern time, and I'm like 10 minutes from my hotel. Alright, we are at the hotel. Let's go check in. Alright, the room is pretty basic. Ta-da! Nice wood floors, got a fridge and a microwave, a desk, TV, 2 beds. I only need one of those, but oh well. Bathroom's pretty standard. We've got nice granite counters, pretty standard shower and toilet. Decent room. It's a Red Roof Inn. I paid $52 for it. I'm usually happy with Red Roof Inns. They've done a lot of renovations on them around the country. The bed's actually pretty soft. Let's try it out. A-okay. We are at the capital of West Virginia in Charleston. So I was a little nervous about getting mugged over here at night because I don't know the area. But I just saw a guy wearing shorts with his shirt tucked in, so I think this is a pretty safe area. Someone's working late. We made it. We are at the West Virginia State Capitol in Charleston. It's a pretty nice looking building there. I am going to finish up this vlog on part 2 tomorrow, where I crash Raiken's party. So I guess tune in. Do you tune things now? Click in? I don't know. Whatever you want to do, just watch the darn video, okay? Huh? Alright, see you tomorrow.